So in today's video, we're gonna see 15 of most complimented fragrances in past winter for me. Hey everyone, I am back again with another video. If you're first time here, my name is Mehdi. I try to make as many videos as possible about fragrances. So if you want to watch more videos like this, the only thing that I ask is that you subscribe to the channel, and if you find value in this video, drop a like. It means a lot for me. I really appreciate that. Without any further ado, I want to start by one honorable mention. Stronger with You, absolutely. It is a very crazy, great compliment fragrance, but it is pretty new in my collection. It's not fair to say it is at top 10, top 15 most complimented fragrances for me, but I believe in the future, definitely it will be at the top 10 most complimented fragrances for me. So let's see the main list. At number 15, Bentley for Men Absolute. $30? No, at least like 150, 100 bucks. Smells way more expensive than $30. It doesn't seem at the first sniff, at least for me, it was not like that. It doesn't seem to be a compliment either, but it is. The most compliment that I've received by this one is like, we haven't smelled anything like this before. You smell so different. What is the name of the fragrance that you wear? It's a great compliment for me. I like when they cannot guess name of the perfume, and when it is unique for them and they say they haven't smelled anything like this before. Smells resiny, smoky, woody, pencil shaving type of woody. Smokiness is not here like burning wood, it's like tar, plasticky kinda, I can say. Very unique, dark in the same time, not that much offensive, I can say. Inoffensive, daring type of fragrance with average performance. Next fragrance is from House of Mancera. I really enjoyed it. Oud Cafe at number 14. I can say exactly same things, same sentences that I said about Bentley for Men Absolute for this one as well. It is not for everybody. It is a daring, complimenting fragrance, and it doesn't seem to be a complimenting fragrance at the first sniff, but it is. And people say, what are you wearing? This is also unique and challenging for them. They haven't smelled anything like this before. About scent of this one, it is burnt, smoky, and slightly fruity, like very dry burnt oud without being medicinal. Overly roasted coffee, I can say. Very dark and bitter, with hints of some fruity vibes somewhere at the betweens. Very well balanced type of fragrance between darkness and fruitiness. Performance is great, and this is definitely one of those surprise complimenting fragrances in my collection. I don't know all the fragrances right now. One by one are kinda grower for my personal enjoyment, and kinda they don't seem to be a compliment at the first sniff, like this one at number 13, Kalan from House of Parfums de Molly. Was not a love for me at the first sniff. About to be alike, a big hate for my girlfriend still. But man, oh my gosh, it is very beautiful fragrance. If you have smelled Baccarat Rouge, I can say it is like dusty, earthy version of Baccarat Rouge. The best description for this one. Or kinda I can get roasted sesame than this fragrance. Very earthy, slightly sweet, undertone sweet, very beautiful fragrance, complex and rich, with a synthetic base atmosphere, I can say. It is not the most natural smelling fragrance in my collection. It is a little bit synthetic, powerful, but gets the job done easily. Performance is great, smells very sexy and dressed up, especially in the air. At number 12, from House of Prada, Prada Luna Rosa Black. For whatever reason, I feel a lots of similarities between this and Chanel L'Homme Sport or Extreme version, like that fragrance. It is powdery, it is mass appealing, it shares some similarities in this scent profile, and it is tanky and thick. But this one is smoky and dark, which is not available, that dark and smokiness in the Chanel L'Homme Sport or Extreme. So darker and smokier, I can say. Maybe smokier is not true, because that one is at all not a smoky fragrance. So it smells smoky, tanky, rich, thick and sweet with a great sillage, with a powdery atmosphere. I like the way that dries down. I like dry down of this fragrance. Turns a little bit more smoky compared to the opening on my skin. Performance is average to good with a great sillage. Projection in this fragrance is not that big, but leaves such a long scent trail behind. I really enjoy sillage of this one. At number 11 from House of Initio Oud For Greatness. This is not the most creative fragrance in my collection, definitely, but I can say the most luxury and classy smelling one. Absolutely. Scent of this fragrance is dark, bitter, slightly a little bit smoky and sweet in the same time, candy flossy. In other videos I said it is kind of for me to my nose, like mixture of Oud Wood by Tom Ford and Baccarat Rouge together. I can get both of those fragrances here. Performance, projection, sillage, everything is 10 out of 10 with this fragrance. Smells unisex for me, but leans more masculine. For next, at number 10, a heavy header fragrance from House of Sergio Noxus. This fragrance is not a great or the best complimenting fragrance from ladies side, I can say, like 10-20% from ladies, but guarantee a compliment monster from men. You're gonna get great compliments from men by this fragrance. Smells herbal, sweet, and I can get a very great mouth-watering honey note, very natural from this fragrance. This is like lavendery, tobacco-y and honey type of fragrance. It is famous to be a tobacco and honey based fragrance, but for me it is much more about lavender and honey with hints of tobacco, and at the dry down, at the late dry down, kind of dark, dry, chocolatey, powdery vibe I can get as well. Performance is great, lasts like forever and projects 3-4 hours, very loud. At number 9, I can't understand why this fragrance is ignored, underestimated this much. I have no idea. Nuit Lhomme EDP. This is very satisfying type of richness in this fragrance. It is rich, dark, thick, concentrated. Oh man, sexy without being daring. Designer daring, I can say. It's better. It's not like niche daring. This is not the safest out there, but man, look at this. This is more daring compared to Nuit Lhomme, and for sure darker and richer. Oh my goodness, performance, complimenting factor, no doubt about it. But again, I have no idea why they underestimated this fragrance this much. At number 8, another unfairly underrated fragrance, Pure Excess. Again, I have no idea why. This is boozy, sexy, complex, rich, slightly synthetic and unique. Very outstanding type of scent profile. If you want a cheapy, sexy performing fragrance that smells expensive, this is definitely one of the best, I can say. It is around $50 for 100 ml. You can find even cheaper on discounters. Scent profile, performance, complimenting factor, lady pleasing factor, 10 out of 10. At number 7 from House of Paco Rabanne again, 1 million. Already I can hear that it is outdated, it has been reformulated. Probably you're gonna smell like her ex. Yes, I cannot say no, but I cannot lie to you. This is one of the most complimented fragrances in my collection. Still, the most of compliments are like this. 1 million, I like it. Beautiful fragrance. I don't like when they can guess easily name of my fragrance, as to be honest, but yeah, it is also a kind of compliment. So it is a complimented fragrance. Still, performance is good for me. Scent profile is jammy, leathery, spicy and cozy with such a great memories. At number 6, another banger from House of Mancera, Instant Crush. Also not the most creative fragrance in my collection. It smells definitely inspired. Floral, fruity, slightly herbal and candy flossy. In the floral notes, for me roses a little bit prominent compared to other florals, and I can get kind of appley, peary, very juicy, fruity vibe as well. So it is floral, fruity and sweet. Performance, projection, sillage, longevity is great with a very big complimenting factor. It is a unisex fragrance but leans kinda a little bit more feminine. Now we are at top 5. Let's continue by Code Absolute from House of Giorgio Armani at number 5. To be honest, for me, the regular Code, the original Code, is much more classy, gentlemanly, stylish compared to this one, but this one is bad boy type of sexy fragrance. Not as dressed up as gentlemanly and classy, but definitely much more lady pleaser and sexy, I can say, compared to the original one. So scent of this one is dark, woody, complex, slightly at the background, powdery, leathery, suede type of scent profile with hints of tobacco-y vibe I can get. It's not mentioned in the note breakdown, but I feel a little bit of tobacco-iness in this fragrance. As well, it is kind of niche designer, I can say, not 100% niche, not 100% designer, a little bit mixed by niche DNA. Performance is good, like 6 to 7 hours with 1-2 hours, good to average projection and sillage, and one of those absolutely lady killer fragrances out there. At number 4, a compliment monster. I heard it was discontinued. Valentino Intense, that's why I got my backup bottle already, even bigger one. At the moment I couldn't find 100 ml, but by a little bit search I could get a backup bottle 100 ml for myself. I can't lose this lady killer fragrance. Scent of this one is dry, lipsticky, slightly fresh, kind of fruity at the opening, but at the dry down is more dry, I can say, compared to the opening. A little bit I can get powdery chocolatey vibe as well, like next level, next version of Initio Oud. Shares a lot of similarities with that fragrance, but for me this one is much more refined and upscale version of that fragrance, and it smells a little bit more luxury compared to that one, with a great performance. At number 3, never ever I was expecting that this fragrance can be one day at top 3 most complimented fragrances in my collection. Hell no, what's happening? Red Tobacco, in the brief, a nasty complimenting fragrance. Definitely for professionals. If you are not into fragrance game, if you are not a collector or professional, at the first instance you're gonna throw this one to the trash. Done. This fragrance is all about dry down, but if you are into game, you know fragrances are about dry down. You cannot judge fragrances by the opening. So this fragrance is one of those great fragrances in the dry down. At the opening it smells medicinal, slightly fruity, but that medicinal vibe calms down at the dry down and smells very smooth, slightly smoky and sweet type of fragrance. Performance is great, lasts forever and projects forever. At number 2, without any exaggeration, I promise you, the sexiest juice in the universe, hands down, Parfums de Marly Layton. Smells just oriental, spicy, slightly smoky, complex, rich, luxury, sexy. If you want to smell sexy, luxury, dressed up, niche, without being that much daring, go for it. Performance, projection, sillage, every single factor about this fragrance, except price, is 10 out of 10. At number 1, so this is crazy. I can't believe this fragrance passed Layton easily, big time in terms of getting compliments. 1-2 years before, I was not expecting that any fragrance pass Layton in terms of getting compliments in near future, but it happened. So Le Male Le Parfum, or Le Male Le Parfum by House of Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is not again the most creative or unique fragrance in my collection. Smells familiar to my nose. This is like combination, or better to say selection. This is like a selection of another complementing fragrances, 1, 2, 3, 4 great heavy hitter complementing fragrances in one bottle. This is not the most unique, but definitely crazy. One of the most complimented fragrances in my collection in these few months. This is like 4-5 months maximum in my collection, but man, thousands, tons of compliments by this one without exaggeration. Scent profile, performance, price, 10 out of 10. So don't forget to subscribe the channel. That was today's video. Remember to support me by your likes. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know in the comments below. Stay safe. See you in another video.